to the most incredible place in outer space, Kids Planet! I'm Nova, and I'm so happy to see you again. You know how much I love adventures, right? Especially when I share them with you. Every time I go on a new mission, I take care of myself, and I make sure I put into practice everything my parents have taught me. I follow the rules, and I make the best decisions possible. That's why I'm an independent kid. It's very important to become independent kids. And our mission today is going to teach us how to do that. It's going to be terrific. Fasten your seatbelt because this space expedition starts in 3, 2, 1. Here we go! We all love to spend time with our parents, friends, and families, right? But we can't be with them all the time. They have jobs. We have school. And there are other times when we need to separate. That is why we have to learn how to be independent kids. So what does it mean to be an independent kid? Let's ask Curious. Curious, what does it mean to be an independent kid? Being an independent kid means that you can be by yourself and you will be fine. You will know how to behave. You can do things without the help of others, and you can have fun. That sounds awesome. I love being an independent girl. I know how to have fun and be entertained when I'm by myself. But before we become independent kids, we need to learn many things. My mom says that it's good to be an independent kid. But independence comes with many responsibilities. Oh, that's a big word. Responsibilities. Responsibility means having the ability to make the right decisions by yourself in the right moment. That is why during all my adventures, I put into practice everything my parents, teachers, and family have taught me. They've taught me how to keep myself safe and how to make smart choices. There's a lot to remember. Hey, let's make a planet list of all the things that I keep in mind during my adventures. 1, taking good care of myself by eating healthy foods, washing my hands, and putting my sweater on if I'm cold. 2, keeping myself safe by making smart, safe choices, like looking both ways before crossing any street. 3, always showing good manners by saying please and thank you. 4, always being respectful to everyone. Those are great things to keep in mind if we want to be independent kids. My dad says that it's important to be an independent kid because it will help us to be fine even when our family is not around. I know, it's hard when we have to say goodbye to our mom or dad, but we can do it. Imagine it's our first day in a new school. We are by ourselves and we've already said goodbye to our parents. We spend some time with new kids and people we have never met before. We are being brave and independent kids in that moment. After a while, we get to know everyone, and little by little, we start to feel comfortable. The first day in a new school can be scary or difficult for some kids, which is okay. It's normal to feel that way. The important thing is to be brave and to not give up. That's how we'll learn to be independent. Being an independent kid doesn't mean that we can do whatever we want, whenever we want, or that we can disobey our parents or our teachers. No, that is not what being an independent kid means. To be independent kids, we need to be respectful, kind, and wise. Do you know what wise means? Don't worry, we'll ask our friend Curious for help. Curious, what does the word wise mean? Wise means having good judgment and being able to make good decisions. Dad dad says that a wise kid always does the right thing. He always tells me a story from his childhood. Do you want to hear the story? One time when my dad was a little boy, he was at a park playing with his friend when a stranger walked up to them. The stranger was really nice and let my dad and his friend pet his dog. After a little while, the stranger asked them if they wanted to get an ice cream. My dad thought the stranger was so cool for inviting them to have ice cream, but he remembered what his mom and dad had told him. Don't take anything from people you don't know. So even though he wanted the ice cream, my dad and his friends said, "No, thank you," and walked away. He knew that was the wise choice. The stranger had been nice, but he had to follow the rules his mom and dad had set. That was the right thing to do. Isn't that a great story? He was so responsible and wise. He put into practice everything he was taught by his parents. That was what made it possible for him to stay safe. Remember, being responsible means doing the right thing even when we're scared. We have to put into practice all the things our parents have taught us. Being independent kids helps us overcome hard times. It helps us to be strong and know what to do. It's good to learn how to do things by ourselves. And remember, we should always do the right thing, even when adults aren't around. I'm having so much fun in our adventure today. We still have so much left to learn. We have to take a quick break. But first, it's time for a Nova quiz. Ready? Yes! Awesome! Okay, let's say it's our first day in a new school. Which of the following would make us an independent kid? A. We do whatever we want because our parents are not around. B. We cry because our family is not around. C. We are kind, respectful, and we meet the other kids. You have a few minutes to think of the answer. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in the best place in outer space. Kids Planet! Hello! We're back in the best place in outer space. Kids Planet! Before the break, we had our first Nova quiz. Okay, let's remember the question. It's our first day in a new school. Which of the following would make us an independent kid? A. We do whatever we want because our parents are not around. B. We cry because our family is not around. C. We are kind, respectful, and we meet the other kids. If you said C, you're right. Be kind, respectful, and get to know the other kids. That's what an independent kid would do. We need to make the best out of every situation. What's better than making new friends? Remember, you'll only be in school for a few hours. Your parents will be back for you in a jiffy. Well, now that we've learned the meaning of being an independent kid, why is it so important to be independent? Well, Mrs. Starr says that it's good to be independent kids because it builds character. Curious, what does building character mean? Character is the unique way in which someone thinks, feels, and behaves. Therefore, when someone is building character, it means that person is little by little developing a strong way of thinking, feeling, and behaving. It's great to build character. It helps us to be stronger and more independent. Wow! Now I understand why my dad says that all my outer space adventures are helping me build character. Every time we do something by ourselves, we have to face challenges, and that helps us build character. Everyone is different, and everyone needs to overcome different challenges. But what are challenges? My dad says that a challenge is a difficult situation that appears sometimes out of nowhere. And in order to find the solution for the challenge, we have to think and be creative. Let me give you an example. If you are brushing your teeth and you can't open the toothpaste, what would you do? Would you run to the nearest grown-up so they can open it for you? Or would you try to find the way to open it by yourself? Even if at the end we can't open the toothpaste by ourselves, it's good to at least try first. Remember, only by trying can we find out if we're capable of doing things. If we don't give it a try, how will we know, right? The only way to know our abilities is by putting them to the test when we face a challenge. You'll be surprised by all the things you can do that you didn't know you could. That's the beauty of trying. Every time we try to do something new or face a challenge, we are building character. And character is key to being an independent kid. My mom also says that an independent kid knows how to behave and knows how to tell the difference between good and bad. And independent kids always do the right thing. That reminds me of the time Neutron wanted to buy a toy. He was so excited. He worked extra hard and saved all the money from his allowance. But something terrible happened. He accidentally broke Mom's tablet. She was really upset because she used it to read books and save all her yummy recipes on it. Neutron felt terrible, so he decided to do something even better with his savings. He decided, instead of buying the toy, to buy Mom a new tablet. Wow! Hooray for Neutron! He definitely showed character. Mom and Dad were both very proud of him. He put someone he loves before him. He understood the value of doing nice things for others. He really is an independent kid. When we are independent kids, we not only look out for ourselves, but for others too. When we are independent kids, we prove to our parents that we are capable of doing things by ourselves. Our parents will put more trust in us because they will know that we are responsible and we are capable of taking good care of ourselves. Little by little, they'll let us do more things. Being safe is part of being an independent kid. Safety first! To be an independent kid, we need to make smart choices all the time. Hey, let's make a planet list of the things we have to avoid to be safe. Ready? Here we go. 1. Don't talk to strangers. 2. Never ever leave or get into a car with a stranger. 3. Stay away from fire. 4. If an adult is not around, stay away from pools, lakes, or the ocean. 5. Stay away from busy streets with lots of traffic and always look both ways before you step into a street. 6. Never play with knives or sharp objects. There are many things we can do to avoid danger, but this planet list has a few of the most important ones to keep in mind. When it comes to safety, we have to be prepared and be responsible. Are you ready to become an independent kid? Being an independent kid comes with lots of responsibilities and rules. We need to follow them for our own safety. It's important to think about other safety, too. I'm so glad we're on this adventure today. It's time for a quick break. But before we go, it's time for another Nova quiz. Here it is. What should you do if a stranger needs your help finding a lost puppy? A. Say, yes, I can help you, and go with the person. B. Say, sorry, I can't help you, and walk away. C. Go look for the puppy on your own. The answer when we come back to the best place in our outer space. Kids Planet! Stay tuned. Welcome back to the best place in outer space, Kids Planet! Before the break, we had our Nova quiz. Do you want to know the answer? Okay, listen carefully because it's very important. What should you do if a stranger needs your help finding a lost puppy? A. Say, "Yes, I can help you," and go with the person. B. Say, "Sorry, I can't help you," and walk away. C. Go look for the puppy on your own. If you said B, you're right. Saying, "Sorry, I can't help you," and walking away is the right answer. If a stranger is asking you for help, it's the first sign that something might not be right. Grown-ups don't ask kids for help. Don't be afraid to say no. Say that you can't help them and walk away. Remember, you shouldn't talk to strangers and never ever get into a car with them. We need to know how to stay safe. Ready to continue today's adventure? Let's go! To become independent kids, we need to put into practice everything we've learned so far, especially if we want to win our parents' trust. There are many activities that can help us become independent kids. Curious, why is it good to practice activities that help us become more independent? Practicing some activities can give us skills that can help us become independent. If we keep using mom's or dad's help, we can't be independent kids. That's why it's so important to practice and learn new activities until we can do them on our own. But what kind of activities can we start doing to become independent kids? Well, my mom says that we can start by learning how to get dressed by ourselves. Learning how to dress ourselves is not always an easy task, but it's very important to becoming independent. We can start by putting our shirts on, and when we get it right, we can continue with the rest. Another great activity is brushing our teeth. First, we need to prepare the toothbrush with the toothpaste, and then make sure we brush every tooth. Remember, a clean mouth is the key to a beautiful smile. Also, putting away our toys is a great step towards becoming independent kids. Every time we are finished playing, we need to pick up our toys and clean up the area. Leaving a clean area after we've played is a great sign that an independent kid was playing there. Making our bed is another great way that we can practice becoming more independent. So is taking care of our pets. And not only will it help us learn about our pets, it will help them stay happy and healthy. Don't forget, they need to exercise, eat healthy food, and have fresh water available every day. I love taking care of Astro and Comet. I love them so much. They're great pets. And of course, taking a bath. We can learn how to wash our body and hair. Next time you're in the shower, ask your mom or dad if you can try to do it by yourself. Learning how to do those activities will be a great start to becoming an independent kid. Remember, to be independent kids, we have to learn many things and always be mindful of the rules and responsibilities we have. At the beginning, it might feel overwhelming, but don't worry. You only have to learn one thing at a time. And with hard work, lots of focus, and a good attitude, we can do it. Hey, I have a great idea. Let's make a planet list of the things we have to keep in mind when we learn new activities. Here we go. 1. Be patient. Don't give up until you learn what you want. 2. Take your time. It's not a race. Do your best. 3. Be ready for a messy start. Sometimes the start will be messy, but it's part of the learning process. 4. Be ready to clean up. After things get messy, you have to help clean things up. 5. You will make mistakes. It only means you are trying. 6. Don't get frustrated. You are going to get better if you keep practicing. These are just a few things that we need to keep in mind when we learn new activities in order to become independent kids. Keep trying, and I promise you will get better. And before you know it, you'll be an independent kid. And you'll be trusted by your parents to do your things on your own. Remember, always do the right thing and put into practice all the things your parents have taught you. Becoming an independent kid is very exciting. You will be able to do things by yourself. I'm sure you're going to feel very proud. Remember, independence comes with many responsibilities. Keep yourself safe and make sure others are safe too. That is the first and most important responsibility. I hope you had fun today learning all about how to become an independent kid. Before we end today's mission, we have to make a quick stop for our interplanet trivia. And we're going to need some help. Why don't we call Astro? Yay, Astro, you're here! We learned a ton about being independent today. Being independent is being able to take care of ourselves and follow the rules. We can't always depend on our parents because they have work and we have school. Sometimes it's up to us to be responsible and make the right decisions by ourselves. We need to be responsible, especially on all of our adventures, and make sure we take good care of ourselves. Stay safe and be respectful to others. Now that we've reviewed what being independent is, let's test our knowledge. Can you figure out which one of these examples shows independence? Is it this one? Astro always waits by the kitchen for me to feed him. He can't get his own food because he can't open the can. Or could it be this one? Astro can keep himself entertained and enjoy himself even when my mom, my dad, or Neutron can't play with him. He always plays with his toys and makes sure to keep them all in one place. Maybe it's this one. Astro sometimes plays too rough when we have someone over and meows at them a lot. Do you think you know the answer? You got this! Here, Astro isn't able to be independent because he has to wait for someone to help him so he can eat. Here, Astro isn't relying on anyone, and he is being responsible with his toys. He is showing independence. Here, Astro is being rude to others. He's not showing good manners. It has to be Astro playing with his toys. There, she's being independent. Wow, good job, everyone. Especially you, Astro. A part of being independent is showing that we do not need to rely on others. We can take good care of ourselves, be responsible, and make good choices. When we show that we can be independent, we're able to go on many more adventures and build our character. You did great! It's time to say goodbye, but we'll see each other again soon, right here in the best place in outer space.